Good morning. I took a bit of a break because I had family over and had vacation and stuff. Next video, tomorrow I'm still here. The day after that, it's gonna be back to the big camera and the big workflow. But today's gonna be a bit of a shorter video. Kind of also showing what I was doing essentially was kind of researching and while I was yeah away doing some research on how things could work, and I saw that things have a bit of a problem, and I'll show you guys. Okay. I was also I'm looking into a lot about emailing and how to get read receipts directly into Fibery. Haven't figured it out yet, but it's in the process. Okay. The issue I've been encountering is a one of forms. So now let's say we have over here, want to add a call, we log a call. Issue is we can't filter companies. Like, okay, let me just back up a few steps. In contacts, go to Brian. We have make a phone call or make a note, doesn't matter. It automatically associates with the different records that are open. So it'll search for open deals, and it'll associate with the open deals. It'll search for the companies, but then it'll associate with them, and then also you can click them on and off as you wish. So I realized that doing this via forms isn't gonna work because of a few reasons. One, you can't add formulas of pre-select this if the deal is open, and then two, you can't add formulas at all to pre-select anything, and the filtering that we have here doesn't work because it doesn't actually create an entity. It only creates it after you make it. So we have a little filter here going, unless I turn it off, of like contacted filter, filter unapplied, because they're missing X and I values, because we're selecting it, but this isn't actually an entity yet. It's gonna create it with this. So that's kind of the way that works. So there is another option. So we could do it in this way. I just want to test one thing. If I go into let's see if I create filters here, does it automatically make sure it's with the filters when I create it? So for example, where call add filter company is Facebook, when I log a call, yeah, it'll put in Facebook. I'm sniffing a workaround. But I'm not sure. Can I go company is Brian's company? Is that a thing? There's no context view here. No. Okay, so this isn't gonna work. So the second option I have is to create the different things. So add call, add note through a button over here rather than a form over here. The difference is button is you can do more stuff in the back. So I can set a date, give it a contact, and then I can run it and tell it to do different things. So did I set something up here? I forgot what I set this button up to do. Let's see. Button, add call. No, nothing else. But then I could set company does it automatically company to be the formula contact company, for example. Save button. Now you could also add a formula to add a deal, and then specifically add a formula of companies, deals. Can I add ifs and formulas? I can. So I can go if step one companies deal sorted by date. Like check the deals and see if the ones that are in the future, add those in here as well. So this I can do here. So I think this is the better solution. The only issue is when I do this, that the person doesn't see it until afterwards. So let's say add call. First of all, yeah, they have to put in the contact. Like, you can't have pre-filled fields in forms, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's a workaround. What can I do? Run, and then in here it'll show you. Should show you the company as well. Yeah, company tests. That's Brian's company. Why is it dying now? Brian. Open. I think it's bugging out for some reason. What? Okay. Okay, I don't know. Let me refresh. One second. Let me close it a second. Fibery. I think there's a little bug. Okay, sick, this works. What? One second, let me do a bug report. Is it on all of them? No, just Brian doesn't. Now it works. Funky. I think it's because he's open here. Okay, wait, let me report this 1 second. 1 second. Alright. Sick. So we could do it in this way. And then different buttons for different activities. The one downside here as well is that there's no required fields. Why can't I filter it by... I think I could do this. Calls from could I, if I go all the way down, this is the most fucked. This, hold up. It doesn't show anything. Okay, let me fix it. 1 second. So let's show calls from contact from company. From contact. Okay, just a test. Will it then log contact and deals? No, why not? It's not doing what I wanted to. Because this could be a workaround on here, like adding the context filters. Field, I want calls from contacts. That doesn't work. Okay. So this is the workaround that I'll do for now. Set the thing to now with Brian and then run. And then if you want to adjust the linked deals or the ticket, like it'll automatically do it it'll automatically link everything that's open with the company. Yeah. It's not the ideal way to do it, but it works. So we'll do it this way. So I just wanted to show you this. And the second thing I want to show is the thing with emailing. So I did some testing with SendGrid. So you can now I can now add thing here. So if I add another draft, so let's add a draft. Let's say email 3. Let's open it, and then we got hey guy. Oh. Hey guys. Okay. Then I click send. I have two options, and this is where I'm now like playing around. There's my email, and there's SendGrid. Both of them are my email. This is the Gmail. This is a connection through Gmail. This is a connection through SendGrid. Now, the difference. When I run it through Gmail, it sends an email, and then you even see it in your Gmail as a sent message. And it'll come back here as your sent messages. So sync now. Messages from, let's see, show all. You'll see it that it was sent. If all goes well. There wasn't an email. Pfft, of course. Stupid. There's no email. So let's try again. Who is this to? You're gonna put in your thing over on Berlinski. Then it'll automatically grab your email, and if there's multiple people, it'll automatically grab the multiple emails. Yeah. Then you press send, and then you put in your thing. This is a bug. It's not a big of a deal. It's still working. And then you'll see it over here. Huzzah! This I was testing something, but it could just send this. And you'll see it over here if you sync it. Here, email 3. Hey guys, the reason there's the button thing here is because I was testing if markup works inside of markup, but it doesn't. So this can only send like simple. You can't send images. You can't format it in any way, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what it is. This is working, but the thing that doesn't exist now is read receipts. That's something that HubSpot has, and it's something that's really helpful. So I've been doing a real deep dive into read receipts and SMTP servers and how we can link it to each other. There is possibility doing it with Amazon, like notification systems, where it'll send you a notification, and then it would be with the API, with the Fibery API, and then it edits. You have to have an ID for each thing, and then it'll update based on opened. Now, the last option is then the sending grid option is also nice, but then you don't see it here because it doesn't send it with Gmail. You don't see it in your Gmail as well, but you can send a lot more because Gmail has a cap. So I guess this also depends, because if I'm doing just emails that aren't, how do you call it, mass emails, then you could just do simple stuff. Like you can just do do it with Gmail. But if you're doing with too many people, then having your own like having a SendGrid or Amazon simple email services would be a better integration. But then it would be like a different. You do it in 2 different places. Which is something to think about and to set up. And you look into HubSpot, how they do it, because you can integrate your Gmail in here, but I'm not sure if when you send something through HubSpot, if that goes through your Gmail or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works actually. Or maybe just logs when you send in Gmail, just logs. No, but they still. I have no idea. I'm gonna look into that. Okay, so today was just kind of running you through stuff that I learned until now, and kind of how we're gonna go on from here. So the different buttons for the thing, I think we'll leave it as this, and then it's a bit nicer, and then we don't need. I don't want to add company. So then you have all your little buttons here, call, and then you click what activity you want to add. Similar to I guess this doesn't have to go through here, go to my account. Okay. Similar to the way it's done here, in a way, in terms of the UI of having your thing, plus all the little buttons underneath of In a way, it's nicer because right now Fibery doesn't have a way to change this button to be automatically by forms. You have to click here and then log, whereas this would be it's a bit easier because you go add, it's one button, add, and then you're good. I still think this isn't ideal in the sense of this isn't the way we want things to be run, but this is the way I'm trying to get it as close as possible to HubSpot. But because of the limitations I have, I don't think I can get it to that. There are better ways to do this, which I set up for my own business yesterday. And that's kind of going further in. So starting with a company, and then has contacts, and then having deals, but then you could have activities that are just related to deals, and then you have a lookup of, okay, who is this deals contacts company? That's the company that's Fibery. Rather than, and it's a bit more granular, I think is the right term. It's a bit more structured in the sense of and then it does then enforce a certain process where you're meant to, you can't track who's in charge of a company. You can only track who's in charge of deals, for example. And there wouldn't be any owner of a company. There'd only be owner of deals, which doesn't even exist now. Oh, sorry, here. Deal owner, yeah. Because now there's a owner for a company and an owner for deals, and you're like, who's in charge of this? Like, it's a bit confusing. Because we're trying to build it as close to HubSpot as possible. But I'm considering restarting and making our own structure in here that works properly, and then simply whoever uses it has to use the structure, but that's the correct way of working. Because in HubSpot, they give it to you with such freedom that, for example, when I was using it, I wasn't using deals at all. I added the status to a company and just said, okay, are they interested or are they not interested? But that's the wrong way to do it. It's about the deal in the company, because then if we try again with them next year, we have to reset that status. You see, like, it's, maybe to some people this is obvious, but it's the way of, if someone's a HubSpot expert, hit me up. Because I see the way it's worked, like the way it is. But if I'm told, like, hey, Ron, no one uses it like this, people just use it like that, then I can just build this in the way that actually is useful. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna work on, maybe later today, we're gonna work on, let's put it here, later. So, next up, let's add a checklist. We want to add buttons, add activity buttons. That's the next step. 2, companies and contacts. The issue is I'm a little unsure, because there's also the thing of, do companies here have phone numbers? No. It's always, yeah, okay. So, yeah. So I think restructuring is needed. Add activity, but not right now. Add activity buttons, and then I want to implement the activity, the ticket and deal logs. Okay, that's the next up stuff. So, because we have the tickets and the ticket activities and the deals and deal activities. I think I showed the pipelines, right? They work like a charm. I'm quite happy with them. This I was testing something. Oopsie doopsie. Here. So you have your different pipeline stages. It shows you here then what they are. You can put things through and then get a summary based on the stages percentage, which we can even show. Pipeline stage deal ability. need a progress bar. What I'm okay. What I see here as well, that for example, pipeline stages, maybe I don't want everyone to see. So access templates. This is something I need to learn about more. Access templates and permissions. But I think I'll learn about that off video. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Short video today. It's still 26 minutes long. Didn't really do much. Just explained kind of what I was doing in the behind the scenes. But I'll try to put out another video tomorrow with more stuff and actually doing. Yeah. I realize it's going to be a bit different than Hubspot, unfortunately, because even though our data structure is the same, the way in which people import data is going to be a bit different because of the limitations we are working in. But that being said, I'm going to keep going like this and then restructure a little bit where you only contacts within a company, not the company itself, and then you can look up the company's contacts. Like it'll show you how many times the company has been contacted based on the contacts in that company. Okay, so that's that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.